ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण. We will continue our discussions on Prabhupada purpose, and I have few things to share here. No? We are trying to solve our problems by different means. So one thing is, why this solution of bhakti, which is explained in Bhagavatam, is very important, how it works. I just wanted to share few points, then we'll go to the purpose. So why we suffer from anxiety, and this solutions, basically all types of solutions and all. So especially anxiety. So virtually everyone carries some form of anxiety. It is not an isolated psychological disorder, but a chronic restlessness of mind expressing itself as a uh, relentless fear of future and an inescapable baseline unease. And what can actually be done about it, and how deep must the solution reach? So, this is the main point I wanted to discuss actually. For anything, not only just anxiety, any of the problems which we are trying to get solutions in this world. Why yesterday also we were telling why bhakti is so much important if you want to solve anything, and why the ego, because the problem is ego, and the solution for ego is not suppression. Solution for ego is replacement. So when we come to karma and jnana, they cannot give anything for the soul to get disconnected. So they have to add bhakti into it. So when the soul, it accepts little bit of bhakti, immediately the ahankara gets cut. In that way, bhakti is compulsory for the success of karma and yoga and jnana, right? Now, these are the common remedies that fail to cure the root of fear or any other problems in this world. So, what are the different methods people apply to cure the problems? First is they go with medicine. So, medicine only suppresses the symptoms, returns anger as the cause remains. So, it cannot cure the cause of the problem. It is only suppressing the symptoms. Ayurveda, it is treating at the level of physical body, but leaves the orientation of consciousness untouched. That means it is changing at the level of physical body only, not at the level of consciousness. Astrology, people go for the solutions in astrology, can describe what will rise in the mind, but cannot dissolve the inner fear. So it will tell that your future is like this, your marriage is terrible, your wife is a disaster, and your husband is, but it can predict all these things, but it cannot resolve the fear. It will only prepare you for it, like that. And evening walks people do pleasant and calming, but not the most radical solution. And modern yoga is calmness, calms the practitioner to some extent, but only touches the surface because it will take you to Sattuguna only. So these remedies act on surface. They ease episodic fear, but fails to address the deeper reality, the fundamental direction of our consciousness. So we misdirect our consciousness towards manipulating dead matter, conscious energy and dead matter. What we are using our consciousness for? how to manipulate the matter. So the error is the root of chronic anxiety is a misdirection of consciousness. As long as I am directing the consciousness to dead matter, manipulating the dead matter, how to create good facilities for my enjoyment, how to create master bedroom. So we are using our consciousness to manipulate dead matter. So we seek meaning of existence by directing our energy outwards, trying to manipulate the material world, control it, and extract pleasure from small victories over dead matter. So see how nicely I constructed my house. It is a victory for us. See how nicely I studied the subject of molecular biology. So it is a victory for me. I could know about it. So like that we have many victories. Our education is victory, our houses are victory. You see, I'm produced two children. That is also one level of victory. So what we are doing, we are putting all our consciousness in these victories only. And no, I got my children married. Not only children, I got my grandchildren also married. So trying to manipulate the material world, control it, and extract pleasure from small victories over day. But the 100%, the correct direction faces the source of consciousness itself. That means redirecting energy back to its source is the only way to eradicate not 80%, 90%, 100% fear is bhayam dvitiyad abhiniveshatasya. As long as we are seeing in this direction of matter, we are going to be fearful. Until and unless we concentrate, we bring our consciousness to the lotus feet of Gaurnitai, it is going to be fear. It is going to be uncertainty. There will be some anxiety like that. And the silent dialogue is before revealing the mechanics of this inner redirection, a foundational truth must be established. Sometimes the best manifestation of dialogue is to be okay, sorry. Yoga is just that is not that was a wrong point. By mistake it came. Yoga is a spiritual institute, not a stress relief technique. So yoga is much higher phenomena. It is not. It was not designed merely to remove anxiety. Yoga basically is to chitta vritti nirodha or yad anudhyasini yukta karma granthi nibandhana. So our method is basically karma granthi is what is the problem we have. We want to cut the knot which is holding us to matter. Uh, which one? Yeah, this one. Even though it is in Telugu, but you can understand. Left side is consciousness, right side is dead matter, and the ropes that are binding. This is called karma grandhi. So this is where the ahankara comes. So this is actually tying us. We have to cut it. So yoga is meant for that now, but people are using yoga for to help a person realize that they are actually soul. So it is not. So 90 degrees. So basically, this yoga invites looking inwards, directing at the self, understanding who we truly are, finding meaning in the soul, rediscovering the actor behind the roles. That is the and pre-yoga state. So that is before that. Now presently, looking at matter, directed at material energy, manipulating and controlling, finding meaning in material success, exercising at roles we are not. So all these things is presently which we are, but yoga is for this. But it is only 90 degrees. But we should go to 180 degrees. The barrier to the soul, the incessant monologue of a madman. Why do we fail to realize the soul and instead get lost in playing roles? Because the mind is constantly in a state of turbulence. So this is the point. As long as we have desires, means all this material, mind is in a turbulence. When mind becomes calm, it immediately can see the soul. It can perceive the soul if mind is calm. But our mind don't want to be calm. It is always agitated. Now people are more and more agitating, especially this social media reels are there. No? They're more agitating. That's why the youth are more misdirected now than any other time in the history. Because Their minds are so much agitated. They're so unhappy actually. They think happiness is agitation of mind. It is turbulence. And so when we fail to realize, so mind is an incessant inner monologue. Shakespeare expressed it is like a monologue of a madman, jumping restlessly from topic to topic. So when we try to meditate in silence, the inner voice screams, I am sitting here, I need to do something. How long can I sit? All these things. So now here, this is the point. You see, the anatomy of mental turbulence. You are seeing these lines, now they are the waves. Anxiety, fear, strong, overwhelming emotional response is the first wave, the top one. If there is delight, pleasure, and emotional sensation from external stimuli is the middle one, the wave. And the wave of thought, pure conjunctive logic, which may be only lightly colored by background emotions. This is the way. So it should be small and it should be with uh, very small and calm. That is the way we want. We don't want the up and down should not be much. It should not be so many up and downs. It should be less up and downs. That type of wave is good for us. So this is the state of our mind. So more the mind calm, more it is closer to the soul. So Sutra 1 is this is from Patanjali Yoga Sutras only. Ata Yoganusashanam. Now we shall speak about yoga. Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is stopping the waves of the mind. You are seeing here the waves. We have to stop the mind. So that is the purpose. Swarupena vastitam. When these waves are still, the seer, the soul abides in its own real nature. So we can see the soul when the waves are, when the chitta is stopped. And fourth is, in the opposite case, the soul identifies itself with the waves and through them with the body. So we are identifying with our desires. The more we have, either we identify desires or we identify with our emotions. So the ego makes us identify with the emotions. So we have to change the ego, then our emotions are different. So now if I am identifying that I am an Indian, so if India is winning, I get emotions. Based on my identity, I am getting emotions. If India is losing cricket match, I get emotions. So my emotions are based on my identity. Like say if mother is going to school to receive the child, so many children are coming out, but she will not get emotion seeing them. But when she sees her child coming out, she will feel emotions because she has identification. So the ego is the cause of our emotions. And because we have wrong emotions, we have all these emotions of anxiety, fear, strong. And if you have emotions of and delight, pleasure, all these emotions are because of that. So when we have emotions of I am servant of Krishna, then we start getting feeling for Gaur Radha Govind, like that. So misidentification. The body is a course, the mind is mind is settler and wave like, while the soul possesses consciousness independently of the mind. If the mind's waves are active, the soul inevitably reflects itself within those waves. You are seeing here the moon is like a soul. These are the ripples. More the ripples, more. Like if it is no waves are less, na, you can see the moon as it is. Will not have problem. And now when we are seeing it, it is all ripple, 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 and that is actually cause of problem. So the resulting tragedies by mirroring the turbulent mind, the soul incorrectly identifies with the coarse body. From this singular error in reflecting unfolds everything else. The tragedies, the force faces, and the boring what is it Netflix series, web series of the daily lives. Yeah, soap operas and all these things now. So stopping the brain's incessant stream is not a luxury or a wellness trend. Calming the mind is a structural severe necessity for ac- accessing the truth of human existence. So, calming the mind is a structural necessary for accessing the true human existence. Clear? And the realization of eternal nature. When the wave cease entirely, we achieve 100% eradication of fear and realize who we truly are and the infinitude of our being, the eternal love that is embedded within us, that we do not need to anxiously guard ourselves. We are released from acting as a greedy, anxious merchant or a trembling creature, that we no longer need to fear the past or the future. We are immortal and independent of our history. So, and then we will come to hear what Prabhupada is saying. So the Supreme Lord said, so there are very nice points in the purport also. O most fortunate Prachetasa, because of your great faith in me, you have attained the supreme devotional ecstasy. Indeed, because of your austerities, combined with exalted devotion, your life is now successful. You have achieved complete perfection. So now here, complete perfection Daksha has achieved. What is that complete perfection? Pleasing the Lord is complete perfection. So that's what he's telling. Your great faith, you have attained the supreme devotional ecstasy. So Daksha attained it. But it is mixed. Even though it is perfect, still there is some mixture in it. What is that mixture? Because he wanted to be one of the Prajapatis. He wanted to remain as Prajapati. He said, my dear Lord, he is not praying like Dhruv Maharaj. That Kachan Vichinman Apidivyaratnam Samin Kutab Dosmi Varam na Yachet. I am pleased, no, I don't need anything. No, Daksha had some other motives. Even though he's experiencing, but because the false ego is still remaining, na, there is also a desire to do both. We want to serve the Lord also, and we want to be Lord ourselves also. So, Mamupetya Punarjanma Dukhalema Shashvatam. Prito. So, here, Lord is telling, Pritoham te prajanatha yatte sayodabharmanam tapaha. Mamaisha kamo bhutanam yadbhuyu bhuyasur vibhutayah. My dear Prajapati Daksha, you have performed extreme austerities for the welfare and growth of the world. My desire also is that everyone within this world be happy. I am therefore very pleased with you because you are endeavoring to fulfill my desires for the welfare of entire world. So he is doing a very great job for the Lord. He is endeavoring to help the Lord. So now see, Daksha is doing austerities to assist the Lord so that he get that empowerment to create progeny. He is not just sitting in his drawing room and said, okay, Lord, let me also become Prajapati, I'll also create. No, he has worked very hard to become, to get that post. And Lord is appreciating. So there are many Prajapatis, but Daksha is very special. He is able to do so much compared to all others. And he worked very hard to be. And the result is there. Like everybody respects him. He's in an exalted position because he did tapasya. So that is the benefits in the material world. You will also be appreciated like the Lord. We can become many Lord. So here we discuss this also, that after every end of this creation, then the living entities comes. There should be somebody who are creating. Why? Because living entities need some opportunity to again practice bhakti. So the Prajapatis, they give living entities opportunities. The first Prajapati is Brahma and his Parameshti. So he then all his 10 sons who are created by him, they will all assist him in creating the progeny so that the living entities get an opportunity. So that's what here taking birth again and again. There is a chance, of course, of their being liberated, but nevertheless, conditions of not taking advantage of the opportunity continue in life of sense grade. So they are given the chance, but what to do? They don't use it. That is a problem. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. Daiviyesham gunamai mama maya duratteya Mamaivaamsho Jivaloke. So that's what Prabhupada is writing in the purport. So Krishna conscious movement is not a fad. So this also we discussed yesterday. So Prajapati Daksha want to give opportunity for all the living entities. And now Lord is telling Brahma Bhavo Bhavantascha Manavo Vibhuteshwara Vibhutayo Mama Eta Bhutanam Bhuti Hetavaya. Lord Brahma said, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, the Manus, all other demigods in higher plant systems, and you Prajapatis, who are increasing the population, are working for the benefit of all living entities. Thus, you expansions of my marginal energy are incarnations of my various qualities. So these are all very special personalities. They are very empowered. Other, how can somebody create like Daksha? 10,000 children, 1,000 sons? Not possible, right? They are empowered. So Lord is giving them special energy because they have a desire to assist the Lord. They are very great personalities. They want to assist the Lord. So here very clearly Lord is saying, working for the benefit of all livings. No, Dayaya Sarva Bhuteshu. So they are working for the welfare of. These are various type of incarnations or expansions of Supreme Lord. The expansions of his personal self are Vishnu Tattva, Swamshas, and then there are Vibhinna Amshas. So although Prajapati Daksha is not in the level as Lord Brahma Shiva, is compared to them because he engaged in the service of Lord, in the service of personality of God. It is not that Brahma is considered very great while an ordinary human being trying to preach the glories of Lord is considered very low. No, there are no such distinctions proposed, regardless of whether materially high or material low. Anyone engaged in service of Lord is spiritually very dear to him. In this regard, Srila Madhvacharya quotes from Tantra Shastra, Tantra Nirnaya. विशेष व्यक्तिपात्रत्वात् ब्रह्माद्यास्तु विभूतयः तद् अन्तर्यामिनश्चैव मत्स्याद्या विभुवा स्मृते. From Lord Brahma, all the living entities down, all living entities engaged in the service of the Lord are extraordinary and are called Vibhuti. So this is explained in Tantra Nirnaya, quoted by Madhvacharya. So anything that is happening special, we should know it is empowered by Krishna only. Even demons are also empowered by Krishna only, otherwise they cannot do the demonic activities. So, but their empowerment is not direct, their empowerment is through Maya. Like if Hitler is there, who is giving power? Durga is empowering him. So there is empowerment to such personalities. Now, whoever is there, the world leaders, they have that power, empowerment. Otherwise, they cannot do. Of course, it is Lord only, but is not directly giving. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to, he was in Bengal, Kanai Natshala, that time when Sanatan Goswami was asked by Nawab Hussain Shah, who is he about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He says, Are whoever made you the king, they only gave, he is the only person who made you the king. So you are empowered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling. That means Krishna empowered you to become like that. That's what Sanatan Goswami is telling to Nawab Hussain Shah. That means whoever is empowered in this world, they are empowered by Krishna only in that way. तपो मे हृदयं ब्रह्मास्तनुर्विद्याक्रियात् अंगानि कर्तवो जाता धर्म आत्मा savasura. My dear Brahmana, austerity in the form of meditation is my heart. So Lord's heart is meditation. Vedic knowledge in the form of hymns and mantras constitute my body. The spiritual activities, the ecstatic emotions are my actual form. The ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifices, when properly conducted, are the various limbs of my body, and unseen good fortune proceeding from pious or spiritual activities constitute my mind. and the demigods who execute my order in various departments are my life and soul. So this is also very nice understanding. So the question is, what is the cause of empowerment of demons? Because they did that pious activities. So that's why they get empowerment. Like Ravana did tapasya, Hiranyakashipu did tapasya. So they have executed the tapasya. So that's why they are empowered. Of course, they are utilizing it for wrong purpose. That is different. But anything we do materially good or any tapasya is performed, empowerment is given. Yes. So sometimes atheists argue that since God is invisible to their eyes, they do not believe in God. So we have discussed on this topic. The presentation was done on this topic. You all remember, right? Hopefully, 2 days yesterday also we discussed. So God is invisible to our eyes, they do not believe in this. For them, the Supreme Lord is describing a method by which one can see God in his impersonal form. Intelligent person can see God in his personal form as stated by the Shastra. So we discussed why Lord is not seen. We have discussed two important reasons because our senses are designed to enjoy, and second reason we discussed is to develop love, the Lord should be far. So to engage in tapasya or denial of material activity is the first principle of spiritual life. Then there are spiritual activities such as performance of Vedic ritualistic sacrifice, study of Vedas, meditation of Supreme Lord, chanting Hare Krishna mantra. One should also respect the demigods and understand how they are situated, how they act and how they engage. So all these things. Maya Dikshena Prakriti. We should know it is directly under Krishna it is happening. So in this, I think this chapter proper this Mahaprabhupada is quoting so many verses compared to any other purports. You see this purports Prabhupada has so many, this section especially, so many shlokas Prabhupada is quoting. So if one is unable to see the Supreme Lord through his presence as Krishna in various incarnation, one may see the Supreme Lord's impersonal feature. So now we can be with Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he did all this service of sitting late night and writing purports. So we can imagine while reading purport that Prabhupada is sitting and writing. So we can feel the closeness with Prabhupada when we read the purport. He's middle of the night, 2 o'clock, he's writing this. All the sentences which we are reading are written by Prabhupada. So we can experience the closeness with Prabhupada by purports. We can feel that. And also, yeah, Prabhupada's appearance day is coming, so it's a good meditation to do it. And Veda pranitoi dharma hi adharmasya viparyaha Vedo Narayana Sakshat Swayambhuriti Shushma. That which is prescribed in the Vedas constitute dharma, the religious principles, and opposite to that is the religion. Vedas are directly the Supreme Lord. Narayana is the self one. So this is Yamadutas are telling to Vishnu Dutas. So Madhvacharya, he also is quoting. तपोभिमानानि रुद्रास्तु विष्णोर्हृदयम् आश्रितः विद्यारूपा तथैवो मा विष्णों स्तनुम् उपाश्रिता शृग्नाद्य अकृतिस्कथः क्रियात्मा प्राक्शासन अग्नेषु कृतवः सर्वे मध्यदेहा च धर्मरात् प्राणो वायुश्चित्तगतो ब्रह्माद्यास्वेषु देवता. So, what Madhvacharya is saying, the various demigods are all acting under the protection of Supreme Lord and various according to various actions determined to them. So that is the point here. And next verse it is explaining. अहं एवासमेवाग्रे नान्यत् किञ्चान्तरं भवः बहिः संज्ञानामातरम् अव्यक्तं प्रसुप्तम् इव विश्वतः. Before the creation of this cosmic manifestation, I alone existed with my specific spiritual potencies. Consciousness was then unmanifested, just as one's consciousness is unmanifested during the time of sleep. So, Prabhupada is writing Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Badanti Tat Tattva. So, he's trying to establish this point that the features of the Lord, as Paramatma, Brahman, and Bhagavan. So, the Lord can be understood only by bhakti. He cannot be understood by speculative philosophies. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. न चान्तर्न बहिर्यस्य न पूर्वं नापि चान्तरम् पूर्वापूर्वं बहिश्चान्तर्जगतो यो जगच्चयः तं मत्यावात्मजम् अव्यक्तं मृत्यलिङ्गम् अदोक्षजं गोपिकोलु कले धाम्ना the Prakriti Yata. So this is from 10th canto, 9th chapter, where Mother Yashoda is trying to bind Krishna. So that is the shloka Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is quoting. So he cannot be understood, but he is performing these leelas to make us understand. So, and Madhvacharya quotes from Matsya Purana. I think Madhvacharya made so many comments on it. That's why Prabhupada is also taking from all Madhvacharya, because Madhvacharya commented on the 1500 verses are like that, not all 18,000. So, very important verses he took, which are difficult to explain, that he took. Maybe in this chapter also, Madhvacharya took many verses, and that's why Prabhupada is quoting from him. He's quoting Madhvacharya, who quoted Matsya Puran. Nano Varno Harisvo Eko Bahusrisha Bhuro Rupat Bhujo Rupat Aslilaye Tad Anyatu Sukshmam Rupam Shriyam Vina Ashukta Shukta Iva Cha Milita Ko Bhava Dri अन्यत्रान्तराद् विष्णो श्रीश्च लील्येन कथ्यते सूक्ष्मत्वेन हरुस्थान्याल् लीनम् अन्यत् अपीष्यते. So this is talking about the Lord is in the beginning, and after dissolution everything, Lord is still there. Lord does not see, but ordinary living entities remain asleep until the next creation. An unintelligent person thinks that the opulence of Supreme Lord is non-existence after annihilation, but that is not a fact. So Supreme Lord is there after creation. So this is a very important point for understanding. So for us, we are hearing it. For us, we don't have problem. But for the outside people, especially the scientists and all, this is a very big thing to understand. Accept this. So this text 48, Lord is telling, My antargatena nante gunato guna vigraha yada sita tad evadhya swayambhur sambhud ajaha. I am the reservoir of unlimited potency, and therefore I am known as unlimited or all pervading. For my material energy, the cosmic manifestation appeared within me, and in this universal manifestation appeared the chief being, Lord Brahma, who is your source and is not born of material mother. So, this is a description of the history of universal creation. Prabhupada rating. The first cause is the Lord only. So, again, Madhvacharya's quotation is so much Madhvacharya this. So here everything is coming from the Lord. Lord Himself is telling, I am only the first person and everything is coming from me. So Savayada Madhavo Mama Viryupadbrahmhitah Menekilam Ivatmanam Udyata Swarga Karmani Atame Abhihito Devas Tapo Atapatya Dharunam Navavishva Srijo Yushman Yenadhas Asrijat Vibhu. So here this text 49 and 50 they are telling, when the the chief lord of the universe, Lord Brahma, Swayambhu, having been inspired by my energy, was attempting to create, he thought himself incapable. Therefore, I gave him advice, and in accordance to my instruction, he underwent extreme difficult penances. Because of these austerities, the great Lord Brahma was able to create 9 personalities, including you, to help him in functioning of creation. So Lord is telling, Array, you are the special son of Brahma. After performing tapasya, you are born. So that means very empowered personalities. And Prabhupada is writing very important point. Nothing is possible without tapasya. Is the most important. Nothing is possible without tapasya. Lord Brahma, however, was empowered to create this entire universe because of his austerities. The more we engage in austerities, the more we become powerful by the grace of Lord. Therefore, Rishabda advised his sons, Tapo Divyam Putraka Ena Saktam Hiddet. One should engage in penance and austerities to attain the divine position of devotional service. So, in our material existence, we are impure and therefore we cannot do anything wonderful. See, this is a nice reason for doing tapasya. When you do tapasya, that is like burning in the fire, it will purify. So, we are impure now, we have to purify. That's why even they want to beget children also, they purify the consciousness before doing it. Otherwise, the products are not good. If you want a good products, then there should be purification. In our material existence, we are impure. Therefore, we cannot do anything wonderful. But if you purify our existence by tapasya, we can do wonderful things by the grace of Lord. Therefore, tapasya is very important as stressed in this verse. Actually, this is very important. Maybe some time I will more want to elaborate on this topic of tapasya. Yesha panchajana syagna duhita vai prajapate अक्षिणी नाम पत्नी या prajesh pratigrahyata. So now he is allotting wife also. So Lord is only deciding marriage match for Daksha. My dear son Daksha, Prajapati, Panchajanya has a daughter named Akshini, whom I offer you so that you may accept her as your wife. So means Lord is so pleased with Daksha that he is arranging his marriage also. Means why somebody will arrange marriage unless they feel for him. Mituna vyavaya dharmastvam prajna sargam imam punaha mituna vyavaya dharminyam bhurishi bhavayishyasi. Now unite in sexual life as man and woman, and in this way, by sexual intercourse, you will be able to beget hundreds of children in the womb of this girl to increase population. That means she is not an ordinary person. She is too extraordinary. How can somebody bear 10,000 children? No. So that means she must be really. And probably dharmo viruddha bhutosmi kamosmi vartashrama. I am saying that is not contrary to religious principles. Sexual intercourse ordained by the Supreme Lord is dharma, a religious principle, but it is not intended for sexual enjoyment, sensual enjoyment. Indulgence in sense enjoyment through sexual intercourse is not allowed by Vedic principles. One may follow the natural tendency for sex life only to beget children. Therefore, the Lord told Daksha in this verse, this girl is offered to you only for sex life to beget children, not for any other purpose. She is very fertile, therefore, you will be able to have as many children as you can beget. So, here, Prabhupada Vishnu Shankar Thakur is telling that Daksha was given the facility for unlimited sexual intercourse. In Daksha's previous life, he was known as Daksha and he was performing sacrifices. He got goat head. And this lifetime, he want to continue the same thing. And he went to so much austerities also. So here it is proposed. It should be noted that although such a facility for sexual intercourse is achieved by the grace of Lord, this facility is not offered to advanced devotees. Very nice point. This is not for devotees. This is only for people like Daksha who are free. But devotees, they are free from material desire. Daksha had a desire, that's why. Robustly, in this connection, it may be noted that if the American boys and girls engage in Krishna conscious movement, want to advance in Krishna conscious to achieve the supreme benefit of loving service to Lord, they should refrain from indulging in this facility of sex life. Therefore, we advise that one should at least refrain from illicit sex, even if they are opportunity for sex life. One should voluntarily accept the limitations of having sex only for progeny, not for any other purpose. Kardamuni, who also gave the facility, given the facility first, but he had not only a slight desire for it. Therefore, after begetting children in the womb of Devati, Kardamuni became completely renounced. The purpose is that if one want to return home back to Godhead, one should voluntarily refrain from sex life. Sex should be accepted only as much as needed, not unlimitedly. One should not think that Daksha received the favor of Lord by receiving facility for unlimited sex. Later, verses will reveal that Daksha again committed an offense, this time at the lotus feet of Narada. Therefore, although sex life is the topmost enjoyment in the material world, and although one may have an opportunity for such enjoyment by the grace of Lord, this entitles a risk of committing offenses. Daksha was open to such offenses and therefore strictly speaking, he was not actively favored by the Supreme Lord. One should not seek the favor of Lord for unlimited potency of this such life. My God, very heavy purport. I don't want to give comment on this. So please read once again if you want to understand it more deeply. ततो दृष्टास्प्रजा सर्वा मिथुना भूय मायया मधीयया मदीयया भुविष्यन्ति हरिष्यन्ति च मे बलिम्. After you give birth to many hundreds and thousands of children, they will also be captivated by illusory energy and will engage like you in this sexual intercourse. But because of my mercy to you and them, they will be able to give my presentations in devotion. So Lord is engaging such people who are interested to enjoy also, but who want to serve also. Both qualities are there in them. श्रीसुकौवाच इति उक्त्वा मतस्तस्या भगवान् विश्वभावनः सोनोपलब्धता इव तत्रैवान्तर्धने हरिः. So then Lord he disappears. Sudhir Goswami continued, after the creation of the entire universe, the Supreme Lord Hari had spoken in this way in the presence of Prajapati immediately disappeared as if it were an object experienced in a dream. Thus, purport, in the Bhakti and the purport of the sixth canto, fourth chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled the Hamsa Gushya prayers offered by Lord to the Lord by Prajapati Daksha. So we successfully completed this chapter. Any questions, comments? Yeah, there is one comment in the chat box that not only youth are also adults are of all ages are addicted to social media and also devotees. It's like contagious disease of Kali Yuga. There are so many health issues due to this. It's very sad to see. Yes, that is true. Very big problem and very difficult to overcome also. If no questions, comments, then we will end here. Thank you all very much. Any questions, comments on the presentation? No. Okay. Yes, Divya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances.
Humble existence.
Prabhu, many people will say, until I understand these shlokas scientifically, if it is scientifically accepting, then only I will get conviction. Is it not mental speculation, Prabhu? When we see among the devotees, very exalted devotees also, can you prove it scientifically? They keep asking them. It's not a mental speculation.
What happened is our education system, now we are learning things like that only. So that is creating a problem at one level. We are we learned everything in our school by logic. In Gurukula system, it was not like that. The education system was you just follow the authority and authority is always right. But now the systems are what we taught is logically we are explained. So now when we come to study Bhagavatam, we also expect that now we should logically understand. So our programming went wrong. See, some areas you don't ask proof. Like we give the example, like if you're so how do you know they are your mother and father? Did you do any research? Did you do any of this experiments and all DNA test and all? You didn't do. Then why are you believing it is not blind following? So these things, now there are so many things we can ask like that and challenge. But the point is uh, that it is not matlab, the whole education system only we got it like that. We got it wrong. So that's why we face problems in these areas. So when people ask, we want proof, we say, but there are things which cannot be proved, which can be experienced. If I say I love my mother, now how can I know it? How can I measure the love? You cannot measure love. It is just the what do you say the feelings which we experience. So it cannot be rationalized and means measured and all. So that should be known also. So not everything can research and verified.
Yes, Prabhu. Then we are all doing wrong, right, Prabhu? Like it's a Jnani system, right? Mental speculation of understanding the transcendental knowledge. That is what, as a devotee is following Bhakti Yoga, we are also doing the same, right?
No, no. Actually, they are bona fide in Jnana Marga and all. Na, they are not. That is not mental speculation. They are actually that is a proper method, not scientific method. Because these jnanas and all, na, they go with Shastra only. Shastra tells you what to meditate and how to meditate. So it is a very proper process they are following. It is not mental speculation in the way that they are just doing whatever they want. No, they have to go with the descriptions in the Shastra properly. It is not whatever they want they will meditate. No, they have to meditate on the form of Lord which is given in the Shastra. So Jnana Marga is a bona fide process which is given in the Shastras like that.
Yes, so I got it. Then what is meant by mental speculation? What the Jnanis does? Why we are saying that as mental speculation? Since they are following the Shastras as it is, what it has been prescribed to them, then why we say they do mental speculation?
Because they have to work on naiti naiti naiti. They have to always meditate on how this is not the truth, how this is not the truth. So they have to meditate on it. So they have to use all the mental speculation to get that understanding. For us, na, we don't work on in the direction only. We work in the direction of not that how it is true. We accept it and then we go with the uh, proofs of the acharyas. We do devotion. Now say now you have to sit. I will tell you, okay, Mataji. Now you sit and you meditate that how you are not the body, you are the spirit soul. Now you have to analyze. How do you analyze? You have to like make analysis of okay, am I the body? If I am the body, I am changing. So who is thinking? Then mind is thinking. That means body is separate from the mind because when you are small you have a different body, when you are growing you have a different body, but still what is the common in it? The mind is common. But the mind, is the mind same or not? No, mind is also changing. That means I am not the mind. Then what am I the water? I have water in my body. Am I the water? No, I am not the water. Then am I the air? No, I am not the air. So when you start thinking like this is called mental speculation. You are trying to understand who you are using your intelligence by meditating on all these things. So this is called mental speculation. So even though this is the method that is given, the Sankhya method, but still you have to so much utilize your mental energy to understand. But for bhaktas, no, Prabhupada says devotees, yeah, yeah, this is Krishna Prasadam. We eat Krishna Prasadam. We chant and then we are peacefully meditating on Krishna. So our meditation is directly on Krishna. We are not doing mental speculation. So this is the main difference. So the same thing they try to understand using mm, trying to analyze. This is called mental speculation. We don't analyze. What we are doing, we are peacefully hearing Krishna Katha and enjoying Krishna Katha. That's it. And the same realization and better realization we can get. That is the difference.
So then,
You're
Prabhu, the scientific way of understanding is what acharyas have said, proving the same scientifically. It does not come under mental speculation.
that is not mental speculation.
Means here we are accepting what acharyas have said. That is the main essence we have to take. Even it is scientifically proven also, we are accepting what acharyas have said.
Because science, what it proves today will disprove tomorrow something else. So that is not our authority only.
Hmm.
Because they are changing their stance all the time. So it is not an our authority. Shastra says it is right means it is right only. No matter your research work may you say cow dung, it is pure. No matter whether the scientists say or not, we will accept it as pure. But in future, scientists may say it is not pure. Now they'll say it is pure. So we don't go with that proof. We go with the proof that Shastra is telling. That's all.
Okay. So, okay, for some sector of people, in order to convince them, we take this, but it is not our essence pramana. Right, Prabhu?
No, we are trying to help the scientists understand Shastra, but for us that is not the proof. We are
Okay.
not interested in scientifically improving. We are interested in accepting acharyas and trying to practice what they are giving.
Sure. The only thing is, even some Maharaja, I see, can you prove this scientifically to the audience? And then I get confused. So why we want to go in this way of approach?
That is for them, not for Maharaj. Maharaj want to help them to understand it in like Bhakti Gyan Maharaj has so many researchers. So it is trying to help them to come to the fold of Krishna conscious.
Okay, to
So it is
pull some
not
sector of people, we need to go in this way of approach as well.
their language is that only. They can understand that language to help them. That is given to them like that.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
now the present youth generation, their language is completely different. You want to make them Krishna conscious, you have to speak in their language. Then they will
Hmm.
come. Otherwise, they cannot accept.
Okay. Okay, bro. So then it's not a mental speculation.
No, no, it's not. It is for us. Now we are also analyzing na Bhagavatam. It is not mental speculation. We are going under guidance.
Hmm. Sure, bro. Thank you, bro.
True pranayams.
Additional, Prabhuji, that is, Prabhuji,
Pranayam.
regarding that previous class explanation, Prabhuji, digestion of emotions, no? And that four stages of consciousness, Prabhuji, sleeping stage, that, please, Prabhuji, can you please explain?
Ah, so Surya and deep sleep state you are asking. That one, Madhuji?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. You said no, Prabhuji, during that 9 to 12 at that time, the food is getting digested as well as the emotions are getting digested. No, Prabhuji, you explained like that.
So what happens na? Our emotions, we get so many experience in a day.
Okay.
So they also need to be digested. Some negative, some positive. So we
Mm-hmm.
need to digest our emotions also. Otherwise, they will. What happens? The negative will go down, and they will slowly go away. That's why see, like say sometimes somebody is going through very great tension or anxiety. He
Okay.
sleeps and gets up, na, his anxiety somewhat reduces. Arey, let me
Ah,
go and take rest. So why we
ah,
want to take rest? Suddenly you feel some very tense situation. Or no,
Ah.
they'll say, okay, let me take some rest. So when you take rest, what is happening there? Your emotions are getting diluted.
Ah.
So otherwise, if they remain on the surface, it creates more anxiety. So they go deeper, and then you are free, like that.
Okay.
So every day when we sleep, along with the food, emotions are also digested. So the time when we are sleeping is very important. From 9 to 12, the emotions and food they get digested very nicely. So that is the
Okay.
best time to sleep. That's why.
Yeah. So emotions like, but when you wake up next day, it will again haunt, no, Prabhuji. Some emotions you can't forget, no. But certain emotions probably it will wait like something like that, Prabhuji. You will
Yeah,
be
some
you
at
will
least
have
some
that
things will
relief.
be
Uh,
digested. Yeah, something will go
you will
away.
get
Not
that relief
everything.
immediately, something like that,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
not everything will go. That is not possible.
It depends on the nature of the emotions, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the thing. So that four stages, what are the four? It is the four stages of consciousness, Prabhuji, like sleep and Jagrati, that four things. Can you please explain that, Prabhuji?
Jagrati and Jagrati, Swapna, Susupti, and
Ah.
Turiya.
Turiya is the, we are supposed to be in the Turiya, right, Prabhuji?
That is
Spiritual
the
consciousness, that is
Samadhi.
spiritual state. Jagrati is the awakened state. Next is Swapna, sleep.
Swapna
And
is in a
deep
mental
sleep
level.
is,
All our thoughts, they create some dreams, and we are in the dream world.
oh, okay. What is that Susupti, Prabhuji?
Susupti is that Samadhi where we are in consciously serving the Lord or
That is fourth
spiritual
one, no, Prabhuji.
consciousness.
That is fourth one, no, Prabhuji.
Sorry. Susupti is like at the what happens now every day in for 1 2 hours we are in the Susupti stage where our soul it
Ah,
remains with itself.
okay, okay.
Soul is
Yeah.
with itself, so that gives nourishment to the soul.
Okay. So the
So then,
subtle, gross, all the body is full slept. It is full in the sleeping stage. The only the soul is active. Something like that, Prabhuji.
because now soul should get nourishment. So soul's being with itself for some time in a day will get
Ah.
nourishment for itself.
So this happens in the night time only.
Night when we are sleeping, deep sleep.
That is deep sleep, can we say, Prabhuji? That is Susupti is the
Yeah,
deep
yeah,
sleep.
deep sleep. Yes.
Okay, but whereas this is Turiya is even it is in the sleep stage, Prabhuji, or in the awakened stage, it is Prabhuji. When we are awakened, that time we are totally our consciousness is on Krishna. That is, we are doing devotion service. That is supposed to be Turiya, or in the that is called Turiya stage, Prabhuji.
Like Prabhupada, whether he's sleeping, no. He is in
Uh,
a dream state, no. He's awake, yeah, he's completely awake
always in
person.
the Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the highest level. You are talking about
That
the
is highest.
perfected devotees level, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, that is they are continuously meditating on Krishna there.
So we have to attain that perfection, that stage.
Or even somebody in Brahman realize also that is also that stage only.
Brahma realization. Gyanis also.
That is also
Gyanis
there.
and yogis also.
Yeah, yeah.
But they are not pure devotees, na Prabhuji. They have something in their no Prabhuji. They have that liberation in their mind. No, that is the desire they have. No, so
That is
even
that,
that also.
but that is beyond the level of matter, no, at least. They are not
So
meditating
at
on
least
matter.
so that is not considered material. So that's why
Uh,
that is, they'll be in that state also.
yeah.
Okay, 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 Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna. Hare
Actually, one level, even Brahman realization is Susupti level only because they are at the level of soul, but it is not like our deep, it is also like deep sleep state only. So that type of samadhi also we can consider like that. If they are meditating on Paramatma, then that is different state. Okay, thank you all very much. Questions? अंतरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद